Today, we are going to talk about the future of SEO. These are predictions and trends for 2023 because everyone likes predictions and trends. You want to start?
Sure. So the first one is going to be that links are going to be less and less important. When you do a Google search, I don't think you care if the number one result has 1 million links or 5 million links. You just care if they answer your problem as quick as possible. So focus more on user experience. When I mean user experience, I'm not really talking about design. I'm talking about giving people what they're looking for as quick as possible.
Yeah, actually, on that note, so I would say one of the big predictions for this year, maybe it's not even much of a prediction. I believe that Google has to release a version of ChatGPT, and I think they have a version of this already. They were just kind of holding it back, but now they've. I think we've all read about the whole red alert that they put out there because, to Neil's point, the time to value, how quickly you can get a result. I was just using ChatGPT yesterday, just having a conversation with it on like many things I just didn't bother to Google in the past, and my understandings, I'm picking things up a lot faster. So get ready for Google to release something like that.
Yeah. And I think their version will be better because they have so much more data.
Yep. I think they've just been holding it back. So
Yeah, I think their version is going to be amazing when it comes out. Another thing that I see that's going to happen next year is you're going to start seeing shorter and shorter form content. Yes, you already see that with videos, but people don't want to read 2,000 word blog posts. And everyone's like, yeah, if you don't write long blog posts, it's harder to rank. It's not necessarily. They don't really care as much about the length. They care about the quality. And what you find is it's not always about the length. It's about how updated and thorough your content is. Sometimes you can be as thorough as needed within 500 words or 300 words. And if you update your content more frequently, you also find that your rankings will do much, much better because there's too much content that Google has to index for most terms. But the content that's fresh and continually updated tends to do better because Google doesn't want to rank stale stuff.
you know what's funny, Neil? I saw this meme. I don't know. Do you remember the meme where you have like one guy that doesn't look so intelligent and one guy that looks like super smart with a hoodie on the right side? And then in the middle, it's like a guy that's going crazy, right? So it's usually like it's like really the really dumb people and the really smart people just kind of figure it out, like the dumb people by accident, right? And so my point of saying all this, I'm trying to get you all to visualize this. I wish I can pull the meme up, but the whole idea with this whole SEO thing is on the very left side with the dumb person, you have the dumb person that's like, trashy content, trashy links. The SEO still does well, right? And on the right side, you have someone that's really smart, and it's like, oh, the really good content and the really good links also does really well. And then in the middle, you have someone that's just going nuts, and they're like, it's all about eat, and but this algorithm and this algorithm, like people are arguing with each other, right? That's like the people that don't get it, can't get anything done. My whole idea of saying all this is that even though Neil said links are going to be like less of a factor, they're still a very important factor, at least in 2023. And so good content, good links, people tend to forget about that stuff and they like start to focus on all the little like small things. That's not what matters. What matters still is good content. That will always matter, but to an extent, still links. And then what I want to say from my side, continuing on the AI piece, I believe we're going to see more people creating AI content, but that's not enough. You still need to run it through a duplicate content checker. You still should write it in your own style, but I think it's still going to save a lot of time. And so one thing that we might be keen to test on is testing this on marketing school, because we can get the stuff transcribed for basically free. And then if we have let's say it's a VA, like a lower paid VA in a different country using ChatGPT or something like that and using a dupe content checker, we might see some traction there because again, this is like an everyday podcast that can easily be extended or expanded. And Neil, I didn't tell you this, but over this weekend, I actually just took like some of the snippets from my marketing school.io site, and like they basically used ChatGPT and expanded it into like a 1,000 word blog post, ran it through a dupe checker, and then it was like 99% legit. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
The other thing that I believe we're going to end up seeing next year is when it comes to SEO. Right now with Google, if you look at what they've already been doing, they have anytime you do a search, there's no more pages like page 1, 2, 3. You just keep going down and you scroll. I also believe in the changes, what you'll see in 2023 is you're going to start seeing way better or way more video results, short results, audio results. I already know they exist right now within search, but I believe you'll start seeing more and more of that. And if you look at where we're spending our attention, we spend so much time on social media with this content. They have it now with YouTube Shorts. They're indexing podcasts. Why wouldn't they just start showcasing more of this when people do searches?
Yeah, and actually to build on that podcast note, I mentioned a couple episodes ago that I've been watching a lot of podcasts on YouTube. I think what we're going to see as well is, it's not a thing. Shorts is going to have its own section. It does already. Podcasting is going to have its own sections, and then Google's going to blow it up. And so it all goes back to what our viewers' habits again. The SERP is going to continue to evolve over time, and the SERP might not even be a thing in the next couple of years with this whole ChatGPT thing. Please check out levelingup.com/founders to hang out with us in Miami, February 12th to the 14th.